Hello and welcome back to Heroes 3. Today we're going to be doing a playthrough of the map Carpe Jugulum, which I believe is Latin for seize the neck or seize the throat, a bit like seize the day but much more violent. We're going to be playing on impossible difficulty. The reason it's called seize the neck or whatever you want to call it is because this map is all about a battle between two players, both of which have to be Cove players, and it's all about taking a firm hold of a land bridge in the center of the map. So that is the implied neck, the little neck of land between us and our opponent. We'll have to grab this war by the throat. So we're going to be playing as the blue player, and we're going to select our hero as Annabel. She is the pirate specialist, pretty good for these kind of medium-sized maps. We're going to go for a gold starting bonus. And yeah, I think that's pretty much good to go. Carpe Jugulum, also the name of a novel by Terry Pratchett, but I don't think the name of this map is actually a reference to that, because that particular novel is about vampires, and the fact that we're forced to play as Cove and can't play as Necropolis suggests to me that this map has nothing in particular to do with vampires. Okay, so up to 3,000 gold. It does look to be a relatively open start, so let's go for a second hero instead of 9 speed, 6 speed. We should keep at least one of these. Okay, yeah, it does appear to be a relatively open map, so I think we will go for some more gold rather than going straight in for the town hall. Grab some gold from this, and let's go up to this, and then let's go west. Go for some gold and push further west. We have 6,600 gold, so we're off to an incredibly wealthy start. We can also pick up a third hero if we want to. We have Gretchen, who comes with 60 goblins, which is a pretty decent early game power stack, and also quite convenient. She does come with basic pathfinding, which is good for a bit of a swamp terrain. So let's bring these together. I guess it doesn't really matter because we can just take a nymph instead. Should we pass these units over? Depends what fight we take next. So Annabel does start off with 10 pirates in total, which is nice, and then we also have Ilor, who starts off with the Stormbird, so we've actually already got a pretty decent stock of various different types of units. I think we should go... is there any reason at all to come back with Annabel? I think there is. We can maybe go for the Stone Gargoyles next, go for the treasure chest, maybe the crypt. I would have thought we should be strong enough for that. We'll go over to this. This is, of course, rough terrain too. This is a scout hero, so we're going to go for estates, and we're going to keep moving up in this direction. Don't think we need gems very urgently. So let's just push up this way. Let's grab some more, and let's move towards the treasure chest. Okay, so 1,600 left to spend. Nothing much we can really do with that. Let's just end the turn there. Go back to our scouts first. Let's see what skill we're offered. So this witch will teach us tactics, which I think is a pretty good choice. Annabel does come with basic archery, which not always my choice of skill, but for this particular map could be pretty good. The shack, I think the shack is, yeah, it's the tier 2 building, so it's not extra pirates, unfortunately. Still, wouldn't surprise me if there are some somewhere. Okay, so let's go back to Gretchen. Let's go for some more gold. Go for some more attack. And we do have access to this treasure chest as well. And a campfire. So yeah, pretty rich start. It's always good to see. Got the Fountain of Youth just there, which gives us a few extra movement points. Let's go towards that, grab ourselves some wood, go for this. Grab some spell power, pick up some resources, and we might have claimed just about everything free we can. So the choice now is, do we go for the zombies, or do we go for some of this stuff to the north? Charm of Mana there's pretty good. Ring of Suppression. Okay, I think we do want to go back. Taking on these sprites should probably work, and we probably should do it while we're here, although I do fear we will take some losses. Don't start off with a spellbook or any spells. Or do we start off with a spellbook? No, we don't. So we have to go back and get a mage guild, which I think we should probably do as soon as possible. Okay, this is gonna maybe hurt a bit. We could pick up an extra hero if we want to, but neither of these two come with anything useful in terms of passive bonuses. Almost misclicked and recruited one. Okay, let's go for these. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Just 5 losses expected, that's honestly fine. Just gonna say yes to that. Take the extra defense. Grab the free artifact and go for the gold. Start pulling back in this direction. So this thing is decreasing our enemies' morale by 1, which is quite nice. Stops them from getting luck going across to our pirates, which is actually really good for us. Yeah, so there is going to be, I think, some kind of land bridge, which is the neck of the map. The titular neck. Basic logistics are off to a really good start in terms of skills. Let's go back to this. Let's pick up all the units we can. I think... Okay, we can already afford the Tower of the Seas. That's another really good choice. 2,000 left to spend. Let's go with some crewmates, I guess. Yeah, because we don't really have enough nymphs to have really much of a power stack, although those are the first crewmates we can recruit. We do have enough to recruit everything as well, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is a very diverse force. But I think that's fine. Let's see what's in the crypt. Just a very basic crypt. Okay. Lots of gnolls there too. Let's take a step to the side. Got all the units we can. Should we go for the ore pit? We've got 18 ore in the bank, so I don't think we need to just yet. Let's go for this first. I forgot to buy the bloody spellbook, didn't I? That's so annoying, especially because we do have exactly 500 gold or near enough to it. Okay. We'll come back to that. Let's grab basic tactics. Let's move in this direction. And yeah, is there any reason to go back? There is if we go for Mage Guild level 2. Could also go for some extra units, perhaps. Okay, I think that's pretty much fine for now. There's not really too much Ilor can do. We can go and pick this stuff up, I guess. Let's go towards that. Okay. That's gonna be fine. Okay, end the turn there, and let's move to the east. Let's take on these stone gargoyles. We should be completely fine. Yeah, should be a pretty easy fight. So yeah, 4 losses expected. We'll just say yes to that. We'll push to the east. We'll grab ourselves a Charm of Mana. Shouldn't really be picking this stuff up with one of our main heroes, of course. We are taking the terrain penalty as well, so that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, let's go back to this. Grab ourselves some extra supplies, and start moving back around in this loop. Go for this too, and should we just take the units off? I think we should, just for the sake of keeping this going. Okay, so the Sea Witches are going to go in the middle. We shouldn't take too many losses from this. Yeah, pretty much no losses, so that's 1,500 gold. Then we can take a step to the side. Take on the gnolls, which again should be pretty straightforward. I think we're fine to keep the goblins on us, even though they do slow us down. They don't want to fight us. I will actually fight these. No losses expected. 240 experience. We can pick up some of these resources. And going back to this. So in terms of planning out what we're going to do for the rest of the week, the Nyx Fort should be quite affordable. Maelstrom, probably not going to happen. Let's go for the nest first. Give ourselves access to those extra units. Then let's end the turn there. Okay, so back to this. Let's move to the west. Pick up the various bits. Then we're going to pass everything back. Let's take ourselves a Stormbird, just because they are slightly faster. A few extra movement points per turn. Then we go to the east. Annabel, I think... it's really annoying, but I think it does just make sense to go back. We'll use it as an excuse to pick up a few more Stormbirds. And is there much else we can do? We could upgrade the shack, perhaps, or even upgrade the nest. But there's a strong argument for just trying to go for as much unit production as possible, so the Citadel, perhaps, makes more sense. Nyx Fort's not affordable this turn. Roost is also quite interesting, because it's fairly cheap. And it's definitely a good bonus to have for week 2. Pub is kind of similar, but 4 extra crewmates are nowhere near as good as 3 extra Stormbirds, and they cost the same, so that's a complete no-brainer. I think we should go for the Citadel, even though it's not that useful to us. First, of course, we do want to buy this, which does mean the Citadel's not quite affordable. So the alternative is, I think, we do just go for the Roost. Gonna maximize creature production as much as possible. And then let's move back in this direction. Ilor's gonna take all of these slower units off. Then there's not really much else we can do. I guess it probably does make sense to move up as close as we can. Gonna get out of the way just because I think we probably do want tactics. It's quite good on a hero that's quite range focused. Okay, let's end the turn there. Then let's start creeping up. Move over to this, go for tactics. Bring these two together. Swap the units. And this, again, should be a pretty straightforward fight. Okay, so some losses expected. If we just hang back, I think we should be fine. Okay, let's go for this. I'm gonna start by waiting as much as we can, force these forward. Yeah, I have a slight problem with Horn of the Abyss, which is... it feels to me like 3 animation speed is slightly too slow. But then 4 is slightly too fast. Oh well. Typically speaking, I've found that most people prefer to watch speed 3, so I think we'll see how this goes for now. Weaken these a bit. These defend. I'm going to wait once again. They come slightly closer. If we go for the attack, 4 to 8 kills, I think we don't do that this turn. These should probably move up. Then we can throw these in. I think we'll go for the bigger stack. Just go for the free hit. Does weaken them quite a bit. Then we'll attack the stronger stack. Then we go for this. Does a nice chunk of damage. We get some morale. We do have the option of casting some spells if we want to. We shouldn't need to in a fight like this. So this gets 3 to 4 kills. I think we assume this is safe because we do get the next few rounds of moves. So we kill these off. These are now forced to attack. They only have 4 shots per battle, which is not too much, but we do take pretty much no losses. We're going to go for advanced tactics. And let's just push forwards. There's a Roost, but we can leave that for someone else. The Nyx Fort too. Basic air magic, we're going to say yes. Lots of swordsmen, possibly slightly tough. So going for the Nyx Fort, it's going to be guarded by 6 Nyx. I think that should be fine. This is, again, quite expensive in movement points because of the terrain penalty, but we definitely want this week 1. So let's give it a go. So some losses expected, nothing too terrible. They do form as 1 stack. Just go for the usual kind of block. In fact, we should bring everyone up. Block them all in one place. And let's actually use this guy's bait. I'm not sure they'll fall for it, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we start this off. We don't have Slow, we do have Stone Skin, we have Bless. Bless is, let's have a look, decent on Sea Witches and very good on Pirates. I think we go for the Magic Arrow. Then we're going to wait. They do come closer, they're not going to take the bait. Okay, there's not too much we can do to protect some of these vulnerable units. Is it worth just throwing ourselves in? These can reach, so I think these wait. These go for the attack. Yeah, let's absorb the retaliation. That does actually work out quite well. Then we go for the hit. These can hit from the bottom, so that's fine. These go for the attack, they're down to 3, then we go for this, and we do get the first couple of moves of this round. If we go for Magic Arrow, these have 30 hit points, these guys are going to do really too much damage, we will take a loss if we go for the attack. In terms of the hit points left, 75. Okay. I think we don't go for this. I could risk going for Shield, which might just about help the Stormbird survive. But I think better off just going back. Then if we go for Bless, do kill one off. I think Bless is the better choice. Go for the Bless, go for the attack. They get bad luck, so we do take a few losses, but nothing too bad. We can kill them off. That was surprisingly painless. And we can pick up a couple of nicks if we want to. I think we don't need to at this stage. There's a town there too, which is really nice. Of course, our opponents will presumably have the same stuff on their side. Okay, so this time round, let's go for the Citadel, although I'm beginning to think... I was going to say the sources of income aren't that great, but there's a lot of chests up there, so perhaps we'll be fine. Okay, let's go through. Let's go to this before we forget. Let's claim this as well. Could recruit these, but again, I think no urgent need. Go for logistics. Start moving across. This is completely free to claim, which is really nice. 2,000 gold from this, and we can go back for some extra units if we want to. I think this is probably the best thing we can do. Is it worth recruiting an extra hero? No, I think it's actually better if we just come up in this direction. Should go to this, of course. Okay, let's go for the experience first. Go for advanced tactics, and let's go for this. Then let's start moving west. Then we can build something this turn. We should, I think, go for the... Let's go for the Nyx Fort, because we have claimed an external Nyx Fort, which means this will grow by 3 per week. Then let's end the turn. Then we can build the Citadel, which is going to give us even more growth. Okay, let's go southwest. Pick up some gold. This is blind, so that's really nice. Absolutely worth going for. Okay, we do claim the Warehouse of Gold on the last day of the week, so that's 2,000 gold. That's really, really good. Let's go back to this. Grab ourselves some gold. I think we should go for this too. Then we go in. It's just a very basic town. Can go for Mage Guild level 1. Is that worth doing? I don't really think so. We need the fort on this town, which is going to require a lot more ore. Okay, so where do we go next? There's a hill fort there, which is pretty low priority. Lots of swordsmen. That might be the one to do. I think we want to save most of our gold. We do want to go back to this. We do want to go for the Citadel. Then going across to this, is there anything we can do to increase production? We could build the tavern. Yeah, tavern's a requirement for the town hall, so let's go for that. So the big dilemma is, do we go out? Do we go west? Black Tower should be doable, Crypt there too. We know we can do those. It's probably more challenging stuff to the northeast, it's hard to be sure. Okay, let's pick up these extra units. Then I think we do go for this. The terrain penalty is not great, but this does allow us to pick up blind as well. We have all of our spell points. Let's go for a swap, so these are going to go in the second slot, these will go in the center. This is a tougher one. I think we're okay. Perhaps these go in the 5th slot instead. Gonna try that. Let's have a look. So those losses look pretty much fine. I'm gonna see if I can do slightly better, try and preserve some of the crewmates. If we throw these in, 3 to 5 kills. If we go for Magic Arrow, that's 40 points of damage, which is 1 vampire, not too amazing. I think we're better off going for Bless on this stack. So these can reach us. If we just move away, these are 5 speed, these are 6 speed. They're going to go for the crewmates, actually. That's kind of a problem. Yeah, that's where the losses are going to come from. That was maybe not the best placement of those, although Not really got too many other stacks. Throw in like that. 2 to 3 kills if we go for this attack. I don't think they'll attack us. I think they will go for the crewmates. Might take 1 loss, which we do. Then we go for this. Okay, so they do actually attack the Stormbirds. Unfortunate. Okay, is it worth going for this? I think probably is. Let's just do it. Then we can go for a full-powered attack. Do actually finish them off. These guys will move out of range. Okay, these 2 stacks come closer. Let's kill these off. These can't reach anyone, so we move across. Finish them off. Move back. And these things are so slow that we should just be able to go to the corner. If we need to, so 20 in total, we will need to take a few shots. Move back across. Go for the attack. So 5 to 10 kills on this stack. I think we wait. They come closer. Still makes sense to pull back. Minimize the losses. There we go. Okay, so 2 losses to the Stormbirds. I'm not sure that's necessarily any better than losing the crewmates, but not too much in it. Okay, we're gonna go for basic wisdom. Fight of the dragon, 5,000 gold. Okay, no complaints about that. Okay, back to Ilor. Gonna stay here for the turn. I think that does make sense for the extra gold to really kick us off at the start of week 2. Let's end the turn there. Then let's go back to Gretchen. Let's pick this up. This should be doable regardless of what it is, and we can see there is... Is this the land bridge? I didn't expect to see a monolith on this map. That's... not a neck. That's not the titular neck I expected. Lots of Scorpicores, okay. So that's a real block. Not too much we can do. Can't go aggressive at all, I think, until we take those on. That's interesting. Okay, is this a block? No, we can still get through. Let's go for blind. And let's just farm this zone a bit. We do have tactics for this next fight. Shouldn't need to take too many losses. We just go for the usual tactics. These guys will bait them in. Like so. Then we move these 2 up. Let's go for this. How do we do this? I mean, this should still be fine. I think if we just really hit them hard. Someone has to take the retail, which maybe should be the crewmates. I'm sure there is a way to do this, but I've forgotten. To minimize the chance of breath attacks. Doesn't really work. If I throw these in as well, no, it doesn't work. Okay, we're just gonna let the dragons come forward. That's probably fine. Start combat. They can reach us at the top. Okay, didn't think they could. And annoyingly the goblins are just 1 step away from taking the retail. Alright, fine. This does a big chunk of damage, this does a big chunk, and this kills them off. So, no need to absorb retail. A few losses, nothing too bad. Loins of Legion, 1 day too late. Okay, we'll go up to this for the extra experience. It does not level us up, and we'll start moving down. Then we'll go back to this, we'll go for the 2,000 gold. Go back to the town. Upgraded Nyx Fort is not currently affordable, let's go for the marketplace. Gonna start building up the economy. We do have Manfred. Comes with a few extra units, and let's go for some Nyx. First can we recruit? We've got Lena, who comes with extra gold per turn. That's definitely worth doing. Let's go for pretty much everything. If we go back to this, we have nowhere near enough ore to really build this up, but we will go for Town Hall. Yeah, let's pick up everything. That's fine. Okay, so is it worth Manfred going for this first? I guess it probably is completely fine. Go for the Warehouse of Wood. Go for this. Might as well pick up Tactics on our way through. Then back to Ilor. He can pick up some nicks, but only 2 for now. Let's go for the Crystal. Then let's go for Lena, because the sooner we get her, the more gold she produces. Gonna move up to this, going to take all of the slow units off Annabel. Go for this, level up, go for Advanced Estates. Start coming down. Okay, what else can we do? I think Ilor is going to go south and go to the windmill and go to the Warehouse of Gems, and we're going to end the turn there. So we know it's going to be a relatively lengthy map in the sense that we do have to take on all those Scorpicores at some point. Is it worth taking on the Nomads? I don't think it really is. Okay, let's push through. Give the units back. Okay, so Annabel next is going to go across to the Swordsman. We should probably also go for the School of Magic. And this as well, I guess. Okay, so these things, I can't remember if they spawn across the top or not. I'm going to put the Pirates in the middle, and these guys in the 5th slot, and that should be fine. Okay, before we go for it, let's pick up the Nyx. It's too expensive. We will get some back, but I guess it will help us. Screw it, let's do it. Okay, we're going to pass 3 Nyx across. And let's throw ourselves in. Of course, before we do, pass as much across as we can. Take a Stormbird for the extra movement points. Let's go for it. So a few losses expected. I'm just going to accept that. I'm going to go for Advanced Logistics. Bowstring of the Unicorn's main. That's actually pretty relevant for us and pretty good. Manfred's going to pull back. So we got a little bit of gold, but not too much. Let's go back to this. Let's go for, I guess, the Blacksmith. Focus on the economy. This town, we can do a pretty similar thing. Let's go for the Marketplace. Start moving across. Go for the gems and get ourselves a bit of extra ore, which is exactly what we need. Okay, so who has enough movement points to actually get something done? I guess we're going to try using Gretchen. Just to blow through these. Is that sensible, or should we wait a turn? So these are level 4 units. Of course, nowhere near as good as Crusaders, but for the sake of saving a really small amount of time, I don't think we should. I think we stay up here. Same thing with Lena. Get the extra Nyx. Okay, that's fine. End the turn there. Next turn begins. Now we can pass across the Nyx. Go back to this. Go for Expert Estates. So she's producing a lot of gold at this point. It is... let's actually have a look. 1,000 gold plus 350, so 1,350 per turn. It's really solid. Okay, Annabel goes northeast. We will go to this first. We'll go for some extra knowledge. Then we'll pull back to the west. Gretchen's going to pass across the units. Go for the attack. So they do have 13 Crusaders, so we have been somewhat misled. Yeah, it's literally 14 Swordsmen, 13 Crusaders, and it's portrayed as just a group of swordsmen. But that's fine, 10 Nyx is easily enough for this. So I could go for blind. I think these are 6 speed, these are 7 speed. As long as we attack them first with the Nyx, we should be fine. Just wait with all our stacks, let them come in. Please defend. Defend as well. Then we go for the attack. We actually do a really nice chunk of damage, which I think is that Bowstring the Unicorn's main, and we can kill these off. Almost. Go for these next. Finish these off. Next round begins, we're going to pull back. Go for the attack. Finish them off. Surprisingly straightforward. Okay, basic pathfinding, that's interesting. It's obviously good for our goblins, but this map is of course completely designed for Cove. We have 2 Cove towns. We really don't need pathfinding. Okay, let's keep pushing forward. I would like to go for this extra defense. Screw it. Let's go for it. Chase him down. No losses expected. Go for the defense skill. Start moving back. Okay, let's go and explore this. Let's see what's up. Should have gone for this with Annabel, of course. There's a gold mine. Knowledge. And if that is a dead end, we don't have an awful lot to do before we have to take on these Scorpicors. A bit limited. Okay, going back to this. We're going to go for the City Hall. It's pretty close. Just need a little bit more gold. Okay, we're going to park Illo here for now. So in terms of easy sources of gold, we obviously want to go for this treasure chest, but it's slightly too far off. These, of course, also work. Go for this first. Try and get the City Hall this turn. So going back to this, go for the City Hall, and going back to this, we're going to go for the Blacksmith. Or perhaps the Mage Guild. Let's see what we get. So Mage Guild gives us slow. That's really exactly what we need. And I guess we just move up. Okay, not really too much Manfred can do. He can't get past these 2 heroes, so let's just go for the crystal. Let's go for this too. I can actually pick this up without taking on the whites, and Pendant of Courage completely for free. Extremely good artifact. Really surprised that was unguarded, but perhaps that's the game giving us a hand against these Scorpicors. Still, I really don't think we're ready for that fight. Gonna end the turn there. Let's go back to Annabel, and let's go across to this. Pick up this gold, and okay, wow. There's really not a lot else for us to do. I would be tempted to wait, certainly at least until week 3, but I did hope to have a little bit more that I could do. So the frigate is surprisingly not something we already own. Obviously we should get that. Castle into Capital is also a good choice before the end of the week. Let's go back to this first. Let's go for the Blacksmith. And do we go for the Capital as soon as possible? I think maybe we do. Yeah, I don't see why not. There's nothing stopping us going for the frigate at the end of the week. Okay, I actually want to get rid of the goblins because they are doing more harm than good. And let's split the nymph off. Okay, so a fight with lots of wraiths, this should be fine, let's go for it. A few losses expected. If we just hang back, we should be fine. Okay, bring the crewmates down, and bring the nymphs down as well. So these things are 7 speed, we are 7 speed with the Nyx. If they attack the Nyx first, they probably won't get a kill, especially if we weaken them slightly. Blind, of course, doesn't work. Bless could definitely be good. I think we wait, see if they come closer. They choose to hang back. Okay, let's go for... Let's just go for Bless. Problem with these is they can move across and attack a stack of their choice, and I don't really want them to go for the nymphs. So if I send these forward, they will take the bait. But if I just send these forward as well, that works better. Would have been best to do that before we attack with Sea Witches. Okay, 19 to 24 kills. Yeah, we're going to be completely fine. Finish them off. No significant losses, and let's go for, I think, +2 knowledge is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously we do get some more knowledge if we go to the north, but I think that's not an issue. Okay, we're gonna go for this, get ourselves a bit of extra movement. Let's go back to Manfred. Let's pass across the Pendant of Courage. +1 knowledge, and we have a pack of vampires. This should be, again, pretty straightforward. So a few losses expected. We do have to take this manually. These are 7 speed. If we send the next in, we should be fine. Shouldn't take any real losses. Okay, go for a block. Start the combat, then we wait. Should have sent these forward, but never mind. Okay, if we just wait with this, they choose to wait as well. These defend, they're forced to come forward. Then we defend. 10 to 13 kills. Pretty much finish them off first round. There we go. Okay, so that's all opened up. Lena can actually reach this, so I'll grab it with her. And Annabel will go towards this. Yeah, we do appear to be running out of things to do. Lots of Scorpicors. I feel like they're trying to force you to make a choice, possibly before you're ready. I think from week 2, if we can upgrade the next fort, we'd have to set up a chain, which is kind of annoying, but probably worth doing. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So let's go back to this. Capital. It's quite expensive. Gonna go for frigate first. Yeah, the thing is, I really feel like if we turtled on this map, surely it wouldn't be so bad. Can't see why that wouldn't work. Few losses expected. We are just going to say that's okay. We're going to go for advanced air magic. We get another Legion artifact. So this is the Torso of Legion, which is going to increase the production of our Stormbirds. Stormbirds upgrading into Acids would be really good. Is it worth going all the way back with Annabel? I don't think so, but there's not much else to do. So there's a shack, there's the Black Tower we've not gone for, and that's pretty much it. Nomads. It's something to do. Actually, I feel a bit stupid now. Of course this makes sense. The hill fort allows you to really accelerate your attack. Because we could just upgrade. Use all the gold we've got, go for an upgrade on as many stacks as possible. Don't think it works on the Nyx. Okay, there's also a well there, so yeah, I guess it makes sense. They're trying to encourage you to attack as soon as possible. Okay, that's interesting. I still think we definitely wait until week 3, but this does feel quite doable. So we've got slow as well, but we don't have earth magic. Okay, Manfred is going to pick up the Stormbirds, and we're going to go across pass these over. I should also actually take the Legion artifacts, I guess. Then I think Manfred's going to start going back. Okay, end the turn there. Okay, so let's see how the situation goes with the hill fort. This fight should be fine. So I don't really want to lose the Stormbirds, that would not be efficient. So 7 speed, we are also 7 speed. I think to play it safe, we need to form a bit of a barrier. Okay, gonna start by waiting. They're gonna come forward, hopefully before we attack. Could bait them in. But no, let's not bother. Okay, first stack does come forward. We can go for a full powered shot, I think. Let's go for Bless. Do get lucky too, pretty much kill them off. We might take a loss. I think that was actually fine. Okay, so we kill these off, these move in, they go for the 1 stack, we kill them off too. Yep, just the 1 loss. Basic Armourer. Are we running out of skill slots? I do want that skill, but of course do want Earth Magic too, so I have to be a bit careful about what we accept next. So we can upgrade the Acids, we can upgrade the Pirates, we can upgrade everything with the exception of the Nyx, so yeah, that does kind of work out. I would be tempted to not go for the Capital, just so we can really focus on upgrading the Nyx fort. We do need a bit of Sulfur. And if there's no source, then the resource silo is one option, but of course it doesn't really make sense to do that. Let's go for this. Let's trade. Then we go back to this, upgrading the Nyx fort, 3,000 gold, not too expensive. Capital will pay for itself at some point, but yeah, I don't think we rush into that. Gonna upgrade the Nyx fort. Then we need to set up a chain. Yeah, because we need to pick up the Nyx from here, then go to the southeast. Okay, so let's bring Lena in. Let's lean her on the path. Let's leave her on the path because she does of course have the goblins. And do we really just sit here and wait for 2 turns? I think we do. I think we do. I'd like to get a better source of gold. So yeah, there's the Black Tower, which, to be fair, is completely doable. If we go to that and come back, it's not the best way to do it. I think we do it with someone else instead. So we want to make sure we have all of our spell points. I think we will pass the units across to Manfred. And these. Then Manfred goes south, although, in fact, let's take these as well. Manfred goes south, we're going to pass these 2 across. Lena goes east. Manfred goes and opens this up. Go ahead and buy ourselves the crewmates, pay for it with the treasure chest, and next turn we'll go for the Black Tower. Okay, going back to this town. Is there much else worth doing? Thieves Guild could be interesting, but obviously not really worth paying for. Grotto. Exchange artifacts for experience. I don't think we'll bother. Yeah, no, that all seems fine. Okay, let's end the turn there. Okay, so Manfred first. Let's go to the south and let's split these off into another stack. Gotta buy a red dragon. Few losses expected. Gonna see if we can do slightly better. So we do start off with tactics. This time round, let's make sure they go for the right bait. So they go in, they go for the bait. These wait. These wait as well. If we go for this, we do have a chance of killing them off. We shouldn't take a loss. Do kill them off. Red Dragon Flame Tongue and a little bit of extra gold. And that's pretty much all we can do in this space. So let's move back towards the north. Then Lena's going to go all the way through. Going to swap these two around, and Lena being here with the 2 Legion artifacts is going to give us a few extra units. What else could we do? Capital is affordable, but it's day 7, I think we wait. Pub is so cheap, let's just do it. Then let's probably end the turn there. Okay, it does feel quite risky to go for this, but obviously we don't want to sit around for a whole week. So I think we just have to pull the trigger. Yeah. It's the obvious thing to do. Okay, so Ilor is going to move up in this direction and park himself just here. And that all seems fine. I think that's a good setup. Although we're not actually going for the next fort there, which is maybe a slight problem. Should be able to do it with Gretchen. I'm not sure this completely works, but I think it does. I think it does. End the turn there. Next week begins. Go for this, grab ourselves the gold, then we go for this, pick up the extra nicks. So where are the nicks currently? So Manfred currently has the nicks. We're going to pass these nicks across. The rest of the units come back to us. I really hate these hero chains sometimes. I feel like this is maybe not perfect, but probably fine. So, Manfred can go all the way through. That's promising. We're going to ignore the shack. We're going to go all the way through. Then we're going to upgrade these. 3,600, that's relatively cheap. Big chunk of these too. Then let's pick up as many units as we can, and we still don't really have enough gold to afford everything. We're going to go for the ranged units first. Swap these two around. This feels like it should still be enough. But yeah, of course I want to upgrade my units. I've already gone for the Warehouse of Gold. We could do some trading, but we don't really have that many spare resources, and the exchange rate's pretty terrible. Extra Stormbirds. Let's go ahead. Okay. 4 extra Stormbirds from here. I think there's a cannon too, which we could go for. I think we are going to trade our resources. Yeah, we have a pretty good source of wood, thanks to the warehouse. We have a warehouse for this too. We have a warehouse for this as well. We don't need 20. Okay, so 6,000 more to splash around. Let's go for the Stormbirds, and perhaps we should save the rest of our gold for doing upgrades. I feel like that's probably the case. Okay, gonna pass these across to Ilor. Start pulling back. Ilor goes for this. He can make it almost all of the way through. Also needs to stop off with Gretchen though. There's definitely an argument for waiting one more day. But is that enough to actually afford what we need? So I think first priority is probably to upgrade the Stormbirds. I think waiting a day for that does make sense. How expensive would that be? We do produce a lot of income, so we're going to produce 6,600 gold. Plus we could maybe do slightly more trading. Yeah, I think we're going to move even closer. We're going to waste 1 turn of movement. And we're going to see about building up these units slightly more. Okay, in the turn there, we are up to 8,500 gold. So let's have a look. We have Ilor. Ilor is going to go up to this. So 4,100, let's go for that, and we already can't afford to upgrade the pirates. I think upgrading the pirates is maybe the next step, although upgrading the sea witch is relatively cheap. Down to 3,000. Manfred. I think we do go for the resources, instead of thinking about recruiting extra units. So that's a few extra gems. We also have the Warehouse of Crystal. Let's go for that. Then let's go back. Let's trade some of those resources. Okay, so it was about 4,500-ish. I don't actually want to trade the ore and the wood because I do want to upgrade the second town to a fort, so I'm going to trade 5 of each. Then we go back, we upgrade these, and that is pretty much all of our gold spent. So we go up, we pass all of this across, swap all of this round, and we do of course have tactics to help us out. So this is now a pretty strong force. Day 2 of week 3, I think that's pretty acceptable time to go for this. See how it goes. So wow, okay. I might have slightly over-worried myself. Those losses did not look bad. Okay, go for a solid block, bring these two up. Bring these up too. Let's see how this goes. So, 4 to 7 kills. Best spells we can go for, we could start off with a blind. Is that necessary? I think it's fine. We'll do that. It's gonna last for 3 rounds. Do we send these in? So these are 11 speed. Bit worried for my acids. They are going to move twice in a row. Then they go for the acids. But we have 11 speed. We should start off the next round so we can blind one of the 2 stacks. Weaken the other. Oh, we could also kill them off, but this stack of 7 still gets to move. So it's annoying, but I think we have to defend. Then the next round begins. Blind again. Kill these off. So these will unblind themselves pretty soon. I think we want to bless these. Although these are the bigger threat. Yeah, I don't know. I think we probably skip this round, although, of course, these can probably just one-shot things. And they do get morale. Yeah, 6 to 7 kills. Don't quite one-shot them, so we take a loss to the 1 stack, that's completely fine. Kill these off. These defend. Do we go for this? No, they shouldn't move next round. So we defend. These pull back. If we go for this, they will just come forward, so we're going to wait, and wait. Then we attack, then they will come forward. Magic Arrow doesn't really protect us. Shield might. They can't reach the Sea Witches. Gonna spend the spell points and shield, then go for the attack. They will survive. They do survive with 2, they do go for the attack, and we only take 8 losses. So that was completely fine. Can go back to get our spell points back. I think we're better off just seeing what this leads to. So, pack of Dendroid soldiers, also the magic spring to double our spell points, Pandora's box, which is always a bit of a risk on these kind of hand-built maps. It can screw you over sometimes. Still, this fight is very obviously doable. Yeah, I should chase him down. I did mean to split off for 1 stack, but shouldn't need to take any losses. Okay, we kick these off. Just going to wait with all of our stacks, force them to come closer. Go for the attack. Do get some luck. Okay, very straightforward. Let's go for Expert Logistics. Double our spell points, pick up the Armor of Wonder, and we need to send someone else through, so this would be a risk to Ilor. Don't have enough gold to pick up another hero. Of course, I do want to see what it is. Ideally this turn, because we're right here, but... I mean, it would almost certainly be fine. Almost certainly. You know, you get those, like, Super Mario Maker maps, which are just, like... They have, like, hidden obstacles and stuff. Some people just enjoy screwing over the people who play their levels, but fortunately that wasn't the case. I thought it wouldn't be, because this is, like, a proper official Horn of the Abyss map. It's included in the Horn of the Abyss fan expansion, so... Fortunately, no sign of BS. Okay, let's bring Lena back. And let's see if we can set up a bit of a chain. Okay, we're going to bring Ilor slightly back. And the turn there. So this, I guess, is maybe the neck. It's actually disconnected from the two islands, but that's the best explanation I have. Okay, gonna bring these two together. Split the acids off. I think 2 stacks of 20 should be enough for this. Actually, tons of rocks. Crap loads of rocks we can pick up. It's really weird. I don't know what the kind of lore behind this is. Obviously, we can kill these off too. Then we can kill these off. I didn't even check the numbers, but again, it's fine. Kill these off too. Should we be picking up these rocks? I do want to take on the diamond golems. I think the pendant negativity is not that useful to us because we don't have any lightning spells, but Pandora's box we should probably go for. Okay, I'm going to send Ilor through. And we're just going to start claiming some stuff. I think these are guarded. Yeah, being level 5, they are guarded. Is that worth bothering with? I'm not really sure. Okay, so these heroes are probably fine where they are. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the crewmates. Although, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna get myself a capital. Don't want to trade the ore. So trade one of these, and we do have enough for the capital, which is going to increase our income by 2,000 per turn. Then I think just end the turn there. No sign of our opponent. This should be a safe fight. Bring these back together. Go for a 1-stack. Few losses expected. If we just play the sensible, shouldn't really be any actual risk. Okay, crewmates are going to go up. These go up too, then we start the combat. We're going to wait. Force them closer. They are surprisingly speedy. Okay, 10 kills, we kill these off. Then we go for the attack on these. That was not the right order to do it in, but never mind. I'm going to wait with all of our stacks. These guys are going to pull back. These defend. These 2 stacks come closer. Gonna weaken these with our range stacks. Kill these off. And kill these. Go for advanced armor. We do of course want to save that final skill slot for do of course want to save it for earth magic. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Ilor, I feel like she keeps scouting, but we can see there are some Medusa Queens we have to fight, so... I don't know what the deal is, like, maybe there's a quest guard and we need to have loads of rocks? but it's kind of a waste of movement points. Okay. Do we go for these? I'm not gonna bother, I'm gonna just push on. So these are still just packs, or in fact lots of Medusa Queens. That's slightly tougher, but should still be fine. No, a couple of losses expected. Okay. So these are 6 speed, these are 7 speed. Can we get across? No, that's a complete block. Okay, that's unfortunate. So our range stacks do get to move before these attack. I think we don't attack. I think we just go and block them off. 4 to 9 kills. I'm gonna bless. Okay, we get really lucky. So we take no losses. Let's bring these two back together because the fights do seem to be getting a little bit tougher. Okay, 19,000 to spend. That's really nice. I guess we don't really need to upgrade any of these buildings. Resource silo. If we want to get the Maelstrom, it looks like we would have to do that. Pretty close to affording the fort. I think it's expensive, but sooner we get the fort the better. No, that's way too expensive. Can't do that. Ah, that's annoying. I am tempted by the Thieves Guild. I think Resource Silo, it's really expensive, but it seems to be our only hope of ever getting Haspids. So yeah, we pick these up. Gonna pass them across. Then we come back. Can't actually use that, okay. Okay, Manfred grabs some more crewmates. We're gonna bring these up. Pass them across. These goblins are still just a complete waste of time. Okay, Gretchen is gonna go up into the town. And we're just gonna get rid of these. Pick up some extra units, and the problem is if we upgrade these, then we can't actually use them so much. Although we could kind of do a swap, and I think that would work. Okay, end the turn there. Still no sign of our opponent, not too surprised. Let's go for this next. Not going to bother with any rocks, just going to push through. I feel like the game is trying to tell us we need rocks. Is it to help us assault our opponent's town? Okay, this is right there, so let's just go for it. This, I think, is the neck. This is the neck that we are seizing. Ah, that's annoying. So 50 in one big stack. This should be pretty risk-free. See if we can bait them. Okay, they come ever so slightly closer. See if I can pull them down. Feel like we don't need to use any spell points here. Okay, they're not going to take the bait. Okay, do we absorb the retail? I think we do. Then we go for this, we get the extra luck. Yeah, that Pendant of Courage is really helping. A lot. Expert Offense. Ballistics is actually kind of tempting. So this, I assume, is just a random artifact. I don't think they're going to put us in a ship, so I'm going to ignore that. I guess I should maybe give Ilor a few units just to take the various cliff nests. What do we give him though? Something that can easily beat rocks without taking losses. Maybe the acids. They are faster. I don't know though, because they kind of help us a lot against these Medusas. We'll see. Okay, so Maelstrom is still a way off. Let's go across to this. We still need a few more days, I think. Maybe by the end of the week. Okay, Gretchen comes through. Does appear to be something just over here, but I can only see a campfire. Okay, for the sake of simplicity, maybe it's worth spending 1,000 gold on upgraded and imp waterfall. Although maybe not. Okay, so back to this. Split off for 1 stack. Go for the attack, finish them off. Go for this. I mean, this is an insane number of rocks. I don't know what the point of all this is. So yeah, we do have the option to recruit those, if we want to. Yeah, the rough terrain's not good for us either. Okay, let's keep pushing through, and this does appear to be the other end of the line. So this, I think, is the neck, and I think we have successfully seized it. So the question now is, what is the guard on the other side? There isn't one. So someone's probably already broken through. In which case, we should probably be prepared be attacked, but we can't pass across these units right now. That's really unfortunate. I'm pretty sure we're safe, but do we pick up the rocks? I'll go for this. And yeah, we should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. So we're nearing the end of week 3. And still go for some more stuff, so upgraded frigate is probably an okay option. Upgraded nest is, again, probably fine. In this town, I think resource silo, let's just go for it, because we do want to start producing some haspids potentially, or sea serpents even. It's very unlikely we'll make use of those. I think this map is about to end in a confrontation. There's no sign of our opponents. Do we risk Ilor just to explore this? I think we do. So we get advanced logistics, and can we steal this? Someone's already been there. Okay, interestingly, as we pass through, we can actually go for their hill fort and just kind of screw them over. And I think that's quite a nice idea. Okay, so Annabel, she could go for this and get us some more stuff. The Pandora's box, I think, kind of has to be done, and we do want to double our spell points again. So Gretchen, let's take a step to the side. And then yeah, I think we do want to go for this. We go for this, we finish them off. Gretchen, let's take these for now, and let's grab this. Finish them off, go back to this, pass these back across. Annabel goes for this, then we go for this. 5,000 experience, let's go for advanced archery, and Buckler of the Knoll King, we don't currently have a shield, so that's a yes. Then we try and go through next turn, but can't do it just yet. So we've got tons of gold to spend, we're on day 7. Do we try and set up a chain? Annoyingly, I think that does make sense. Yeah, so we can pick up Corks. Corks comes with a few extra units. I think Manfred... I don't know. I guess we do this. Yeah, we're going to pick up Corks. Is it worth swapping the units? Selena has slightly more movement points for this round. I think it's fine. We'll leave Luna in place. We'll go up to this, and that think will do. So yeah, the Maelstrom is not affordable. We just end the turn there. Ilor might get attacked. So we can see their heroes are moving around, but possibly afraid of us. Okay, new week begins. Let's go for all the good stuff. This does feel like overkill. But you never know. Gonna ignore the Nyx. Bring these up. Oh wow, we're nowhere near. I think I'll just go for it. So let's go for this first. Then Ilor is going to take the units. Is this a bit risky? Possibly. Okay, going to upgrade these to Sea Dogs. Going to upgrade these to Oceanids. These to, that word I'm not going to say in case YouTube gets even stricter with what words you can say in videos before you get demonetized. And of course, that is not the word I would actually be saying, but I don't trust the AI to actually know what I am trying to say. I can't just be like that every time I play Cove, though. The Men of the Sea. Okay, taking all this, passing it all across to Annabel. Then Annabel is extremely strong. I'm pretty sure we can take on anything they have. We can see extra movement points in that direction, but if this is a mirror of our map, that's not the direction that leads to a town. We can see a town just there. Smitra. And some pretty weak guards. I'm gonna let this thing go. Okay, so this is the weaker of the two. She just has one basic thing, which means there's someone else in the town. They have the head of Legion just there. Helm of Chaos is a bit of extra knowledge, which we can't make use of till we go to the well, but this should be a pretty straightforward fight, so let's just throw ourselves in. Lots of losses expected to the Oceanids. Strongest stacks. I think it's pretty obvious. So let's kill these first. Then let's kill these. Ah, that's annoying. That explains some losses too. That's also annoying that they survived that. Okay, end of the round, I think we just magic arrow. Save ourselves from being shot. So 76 losses, Crown of Supreme Magi, basic water magic, interesting choice, I don't think we'll bother. So this town is somewhat built up, does come with a few extra units. We can actually steal those because it's day one, they've not recruited them just yet. I think, obviously we do wait here for a turn. Bring these back together, and... what do we do? Do we go for the upgraded Nyx fort and go for a Nyx power stack? I think we do. Okay, perfect. So if these two get attacked, that's fine, we don't really care. In the turn there is no sign of our opponents. They actually already have the Maelstrom, so that is, I think, just impossible difficulty in action. They do just have extra resources compared to us. Okay, we can pick up some extra units if we want to, I guess. I guess we'll go for the Stormbirds. Well, Stormbird's not great. We could actually send some units across to upgrade. It's a bit of a drag. I'm sure it's unnecessary. I'm going to be possibly overconfident and just ignore the fact that we could upgrade our units some more and just go super aggressive in this direction. We're looking for their main. That appears to be the main. Is he though? Yep, that's the strongest. He's obviously, I think, quite far behind us. $176 spell points, should be plenty. Easy win is expected. Still going to play this out, of course, because it is potentially the biggest battle of the playthrough. Send these up. So flying units are all 2 hex. So a block like this should be fine. Okay, we start combat, and we do actually have Lightning Bolt, but we didn't equip the thing. Mass Haste is interesting. So 200 points of damage is not too great, but maybe it's worth doing. Scariest stack, probably the next, but they're still a way off reaching us. I'm gonna blind these. Okay, they magic arrow those, that's fine, let's go for this next. Should have actually done that, of course, on these, because the bonus kill would have killed them off. Then again, they can't reach us. Okay, the units come slightly closer. We do, of course, have the Ring of Suppression, so if they don't have... well, they must have some kind of morale artifact, because they do have positive morale. So these are yet to move, so I think we move across to this. Sea Serpents come in, it's our time to move. 3 to 5 kills if we go for this, 13 to 23 on this. I think we are going to try and kill off the Sea Serpents. So we do one-shot them, that's perfect. 30 to 50 kills if we go for this. I think we'll go for the Mass Haste. I shouldn't worry too much about taking losses, it's fine. Screw it, let's go for these. We actually get really lucky, so we finish them off with only the 1 loss, and this is the obvious choice for the Sea Dogs. If we get a bonus kill, that would be perfect, but we don't. Okay, so what do we attack them with? I think the Nyx can finish them off. And these can't reach us. So yeah, let's wait. Six to 7 kills, that's fine. Kill these off, they go for Magic Arrow and they flee, so we're gonna have to take them on again in the town. It is day 2, so they will have fully restocked. There's their town. Not too many guards, just gonna end the town there. Move in for the attack, we can see Zai. Zai is pretty weak. Let's go for it. Try and reduce those losses. So they got a pretty strong stack of Nyx. Oceaners won't really help us too much. Yeah, quite lucky we cut them off before they could reinforce. Okay, so these have the option of moving in first. I think we'll wait. Yeah. So their Stormbirds go for our Stormbirds. We're going to try and kill these off with bonus, but we don't. If we go for these next, the Nyx will attack us. So yeah, I think play it safe. Okay, these get morale, which is quite unfortunate. We take a few losses, but nothing too bad. Let's go for these next. We do finish them off. Just have to wait. Their next 2 come out. 3 to 4 kills. I think our own Nyx don't really have too much to do. So... fine, we'll go for the attack. Okay, their crewmates come out too, they go for our Stormbirds. Let's finish these off. These go across, kill these off. Okay, I'm very pleased with their choice of target. Kill these, and then we kill these, and that is their town taken, and that is them vanquished. So, yeah, that was the map Carpe Jugulum. Dread Knight rank, I guess that's okay. Anyway, yeah, that is Carpe Jugulum. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. There are plenty more playthroughs on the channel. I do have a playlist as well of these kind of standalone map playthroughs that you can watch in one sitting, so do go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, thanks as always, and I'll see you next time.